Hello, and welcome to Lord of Heroes on Nyris Gaming. Our update is now here today with the raid rework and Dragon Knight Helga. So to start things off, we're going to do some summon pulls. I have been saving a decent bit. Let's see if we can get her in the first 30. Here's what her banner looks like. This is also her pose on the hero selection screen, as with the rest of them. Let us see what we get. We're going to make this simpler by skipping this. If we get here, there will be an animation. Not even any of her relics. Did we get a relic? No, we did not. Darn. Didn't get her or any of her relics. That is unfortunate. We'll have to look at her relics when we get her in the future, because you can't look at them unless you own the character. Weirdly. But let's look at her level up abilities. So, to start off, we have her 1, which attacks a selected enemy, 50% chance to trigger a blitz. At max rank, this goes up to 70% chance, which is a little bit ridiculous. That is a decently reliable blitz chance compared to every other blitzer in the game. So that would definitely be one to max out, although if you're using her for DPS, everything should be maxed out. Her 2 attacks all enemies, deals up to 40% additional damage as the number of targets decreases, generates a shield based on the user's attack for both the user and ally with the lowest health, lasting 1 turn. So we get some increased burst gauge, gain the first 2, and then damage, improves shield, and damage. Pretty standard issue stuff. Nothing too spectacular there. It is a 4-turn cooldown, it doesn't get reduced at all, but with that 70% chance of blitzing after using her 1, it'll be happening pretty frequently anyways. Her burst, attacking all enemies, dealing up to 100% additional damage when there are fewer targets, dealing up to 5 times additional damage based on enemies' max health. This just gets more damage and goes down to a 3 spirit cost. That's about what I was expecting. So pretty solid all around. Definitely her 1 would be priority, because a 70% chance blitz is nuts. So I actually looked in the chat to see if anyone had gotten her relics, and we have her refined relic here. Upon receiving damage, 30% chance to grant a fortitude buff. So she will not die no matter how much damage she takes when she has this. This gets up to a 40, 50, 60% chance. So just pure survivability, because she already has everything she needs as far as damage is concerned. So that would be a wonderful choice. Also, it looks awesome. Unfortunately, I have not seen the Divine Relic, so now we go on to the raid. We are going to do a practice raid on the Earth one, because I already did my normal one today, and I would like to use Fire Lucilica, because she's equipped right now. Here is what the new raid screen looks like. The monster looks a bit different, looks a bit older, and more like a raid boss instead of the other ones in the campaign. Let us see how this works. So I will note the damages you need to do are way higher than they used to be, because it's way easier to do damage. During the stagger earlier, my Fire Lucilica hit with her burst for 5.1 million damage, because it takes more damage while it's staggered, and it takes even more damage from things that are elementally advantageous against it because of this. Each one has its weakness as a curse for another 30% damage. You will have your stagger bar here from the Calamitous Cores. I will see you when we get to the stagger. Another thing to note with the damage, I hit, I believe, 21 million, 23 million, and 28 million. All were A pluses, I believe. To get to S, you have to hit 30 million plus. Here's a burst from Lucilica against an Earth. 1.5 million from the very first one with no defense down. It actually has defense up and no attack buff on Lucilica. When it gets near to staggering with the last core, it will start glowing red. And when you stagger it, this is the animation. And now it is down. The first stagger does for 1 turn. It will still gain action gauge when it is attacked. Once it hits that turn, it will get up, purge all debuffs, and everything will be normal. The damage numbers also have different colors on them. Blue and purple. Purple for crits. I have staggered a second time so far. I have not staggered a third time. The second time staggers for 2 turns. I would imagine the third one would be for 3 turns. but I have yet to get there, so I cannot officially confirm that. Other than all that, we have Water Dragon Knight Helga's banner to pull for artifacts and equipment here. This would be a really good one to pull. I also was thinking, Helga's birthday is coming up soon, on the 27th. I would imagine this version of her would count for that, so she's going to have a character banner. This does not work for tickets, it only works for crystals. So you might be able to get specific artifacts for her from that banner come the 27th. We shall see. That's going to do it for Lord of Heroes on Nyris Gaming. Until next time.